What would you do if you were in this situation? I'd never really thought about it before, but 6 months ago my gran must have faced this exact same situation. How do you pack 87 years of memories into one small bag or suitcase? Just what do you take with you to fit into one small room? Similarly, my mother, when she left the family home in the early hours of that summer morning, unbeknown to any of us at the time, must have faced those same kind of choices. She must have had to ask, what do I take with me that I will need for the life journey ahead, and what things from my former life do I want to hold on to? Now I found myself having to make some stark choices too. Sure, it was different. At least I could come back home on the boat and get some things during the college vacations. Their departures had been terminal. College life on the mainland undoubtedly heralded new opportunities that you don't get on a small island. But unlike my mainland counterparts, a guaranteed return to your home was not always possible. Sometimes the weather interfered with your best laid plans. Sometimes the boat timetable didn't fit in with transport from the hub in the city. Then there was the perpetual problem that most students sometimes face. Do I have the money to make the trip home? I began to fret as I needed to make the right choices. I looked around the posters on my bedroom wall. What did I want to take with me? What would I rather remained to welcome me home? I opened the tin on the desk beside my laptop and took out a white stone. This quartz stone, the product of cooling from molten rock spewed out from what had once been an active but now eroded volcano, would always remind me of the beautiful sandy beach of Sanix on the island. It wasn't an amulet or anything like that, but instead a reminder that this island gave birth to the science which we call geology today. But for me, it was much more than that. It reminded me of the stepping stones across the river to find the path to the beach, of the vanilla-type aroma being emitted from the wind bushes which lined the earthen path, on which toddlers wearing shorts with our bare legs ran down excitedly inhaling it, hoping to reach the golden sands. Then we would emerge from the copse out onto the beach, looking out over the Firth of Clyde to the Ayrshire coast, under the sinister backdrop of the Devil's Punch Bowl. The sand looked much more expansive than it did now, not because there was any less of it, unlike the neighboring village where the sand had been removed for financial gain, abandoning its coastline to the vagaries of the tide. No, this was something completely different. This was due to the passage of time, which had altered and shrunk my perspective of dimensions and scale. No longer did I run about carefree, but now what lay ahead of me, despite having endless possibilities, also would bring about responsibilities which adulthood inevitably brings. Like the tide which would endlessly ebb and flow, polishing this piece of quartz in my hand over eons of time, I realized that time on this island had also shaped me, rounding off the rough patches around the surface. I also understand, as I clutched this gleaming white stone in the palm of my hand, that I didn't need to gather together all my pictures and books I'd laid out on top of my bookcases to remind me of home. This island would continue to polish what had been created into what it would become. As I looked at this product of 500 million years, I realized that the memories I had and would make would amount to no more than but a blink of an eye in the scale of things. So I placed this one solitary piece of white quartz stone into my rucksack and closed the door of my bedroom behind me.